Are you interested in making a quick and easy, delicious meal that's only going to take you about an hour, hour and a half, give or take, in the oven? Well, join me as I show you how to make some quick and easy roast chicken breast with some roasted potatoes and carrots. Again, it's only going to take you a few minutes to prepare, and it's only going to take about an hour, hour and 15 minutes in the oven. Before you know it, you're going to be having some of the most delicious chicken and potatoes and carrots that you've ever had. So, join me as I show you exactly how I made this in just a few minutes. All right, guys, so these are the ingredients to this very easy meal that you can prepare in your sleep. Anyways, hopefully you don't cook in your sleep. But anyways, all right, so what you're going to be needing here is a chicken breast. It can be bone in or bone out. I chose bone in because it has a little bit more flavor, and as you guys can see, it has a little structure there. We got 3 potatoes. You can use as many potatoes as you can fit in your oven pan. We got 2 carrots in this case, and then we got a spice mix. Now, this spice mix is something that I just made myself, and again, you can easily just do salt and pepper. You don't need to get fancy. You can do whatever ingredients you want, meaning any spices or herbs that you would like, or you can, just follow my Cajun chicken seasoning here that I created myself. In fact, I'm going to show you exactly how I did this. Okay, so here are the ingredients to my personal Cajun Southern mix, for the chicken. First, we're going to add some salt. Then we're going to add some oregano, thyme, rosemary, black pepper, a little bit of cumin, onion powder, garlic powder, white pepper, and then a generous amount of paprika. And then we just mix it all up. And then this is the personal mix that I use, when I'm going to do some sort of like Cajun seasoning or, just like some, just a nice spice mix. I'm going to add a little bit more paprika. But again, you guys can just do salt and pepper. You can just do a few herbs. You can do whatever you want. This is just what I'm going for today. Now, you're probably asking, well, man, that seems like a lot of spices. Well, yeah, it is, because, there's a lot going on here, and you're just going to want to cover everything up. Again, it might seem like a lot, but you can use as little or as much as you want. This is what I usually use. In fact, it might be a little bit more than I would normally use, because this is more like what I use for a full chicken, but hey, whatever. But hey, that's okay, guys. We'll just have an extra seasoned meal today. So, all right, without further ado, let's put this baby together. Okay, so let's talk about the potatoes and the carrots real quick. So the potatoes, I went on ahead and I washed these potatoes. We're going to leave them skin on, but it's up to you. For this particular dish, which we're roasting all these items, I would prefer to keep the skin on. So we just washed them very well, disinfected them, we're good to go. Now with the carrots, same thing. What we're going to do is we're going to peel them and chop them up. Okay, so we're going to go on ahead and cut up the carrots, cut up the potatoes, and we're going to mix it all together with the chicken, and then mix it with the herbs and spices mix, that we just created not that long ago. All right, guys, so we're going to keep this, again, real simple. So we're going to cut this up nice and chunky, all right, so I can roast. So again, just 3 pieces is plenty. Just throw them in there. All right. Same thing with the potatoes. We're going to go, all right, chop them up in nice little pieces, all right. All right, and now we're gonna be just going ahead and season this bad boy up very easily. Look at this. All right. Just massage it all in there. I just realized, this guy is still a little frozen, but that's okay. I know a lot of you guys out there are always asking me, hey, Jose, do I have to wait all the way until it's defrosted? No, you don't. You don't gotta wait. Season this everywhere. Again, so you get all of it. You see how all the seasoning just basically just disappears. Look at that, beautiful, right? And then what we're gonna do here, let's just put this here for a minute. I'm gonna toss these guys together. Okay, look at that, nice and seasoned, beautiful thing. So we got some extra seasoning in here. Okay. Nice little dry rub. That's it. Very simple. All right. And then that's it. You just kind of make some room, get it all spaced out. All right. You can, pop a potato in there, whatever. Okay. That's it. Very, very easily. Very easy. Super easy meal. You can prepare in a few minutes, even if your chicken's frozen. And then, we're gonna go on ahead and pop this in the oven. Yeah, my apologies. I just realized I didn't have the camera set correctly as I was seasoning the chicken, but this is what it looks like right before we pop it into a 350 to 370 degree oven. So 350 Fahrenheit to 370 degrees. Again, I'm gonna be using a convection oven, AKA an air fryer. So you can do this very easily at home. Okay, so we're gonna be cooking this in the air fryer, AKA a little mini convection oven. So let's get this bad boy in there. Looks how nice it looks. And again, it's very easy. You just set it and forget it. And so we're gonna go on ahead and set this to around 350 degrees, 370 degrees Fahrenheit, which is around 186 degrees Celsius. And we're gonna just set it for an hour and then just check on it. So again, put it for an hour, set it and forget it. We'll be back in about 30 minutes to check on it, and we'll see how it's going. All right, so we're about 30 minutes in. So let's go on ahead and check on this bad boy. Look at this. Very nice. All right, so let's go on ahead and take it out real quick and move it around and see where we're at. Man, I wish there was a smell-o-vision. You guys could smell what's going on here. This thing smells delicious. But again, real quick. So again, this is still raw. Not raw, but medium rare. We still got a ways to go, but we want to just go on ahead and move everything around a bit. And just make sure that everything is hunky-dory. So that everybody gets, even cooking, all right? So we're going to just move the potatoes around and that's it. Just organize everything. All right, now that we've moved everything around, we're gonna go on ahead and put it back in the oven and let it cook for another 30 minutes and see if it's completely done. And if it's not, then we're gonna cook it some more. All right, about 25 minutes have passed. Let's go on ahead and check it out. Look at that, looks amazing. So let's go on ahead and carefully move this around here. So what we're trying to do is we want to flip it. Look at that. Look at that beautiful thing. Look at that. These potatoes look amazing. Everything looks amazing. So I'm going to flip everything around, put it back in the oven, and let it finish. All right, so we went on ahead and moved everything around, and we're going to pop it back in the oven for like around another, 15, 20 minutes. So it would be a total of about an hour and 20 minutes, give or take. So I'm going to add a little bit more time here. And that's it. We're going to just let it ride out and should be ready in about 15 minutes. All right, guys, so let's check out the chicken and roasted veggies. See how they came out. Look at that. Wow. That looks really, really good. Now, I let it rest in the oven for around 10-15 minutes after it was done. So, all right, let's bring it over here to the table so we can take a closer look. All right, guys, look at that. What a beauty. All right, so let's go on ahead and see what this bad boy looks like. And look at that. Look at how delicious that looks. Wow. So, we're just going to cut a little bit here. You can see, look at this delicious chicken. Wow. So again, nice and perfectly cooked. Okay, we got our potatoes. All right, nice and perfectly cooked. And we're good to go. All right, guys. The show has come to an end. I really, really, really hope that you guys get to try out this amazing roast chicken that I did for you guys here today. Again, what we're going to be doing here on the show is I'm going to be showing you kind of like a basic outline of recipes and also showing you how to really cook. Again, unless you're baking cookies or brownies or something like that, there's no reason for you to be following a recipe exactly to the T. The real art of cooking is using a recipe and making it your own. There's always so many variables that you have to account for in order to make the meal your own. or just make it correct. Again, for example, if you would have had a bigger chicken and I would have told you to cook it for just 1 hour and you don't really know much about cooking, and you cook it for an hour and you don't, have the right temperature, the right oven, it might be raw or undercooked. It might not look like this. And again, that's just one of the so many variables. Again, you can just season this with salt and pepper, or you can just season it, again, Cajun style like we did today, and so on and so forth. So again, that's what we're going to be doing here on the channel, and I really, really hope you guys stick around for more videos like this and more recipes. And again, if you really are interested in having some fun in the kitchen with me, then you already know what to do. All right, just please check out the rest of these other videos that I have on the channel. Check out the rest of the channel. And again, I really hope to see you guys here for the next recipe. Again, hope you guys get to try this at home. And if you do, let me know down below how it came out. Thanks again for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.